So,
Give all praises to Yahweh, Hashem, Hashem, Rakakodash. The one of the apostles that rule well, so I'll take to the brothers and the fourth on the earth, pushing the truth and sincerity. Brother If got a lesson. You got the mic.
Shalom, shalom. Today's Shalom, Yasharallah. Today's lesson is going to be about dreams. Somebody had asked me, where the dreams come from. And it's a really good question, and there's like multiple reasons why you might dream. The Lord might send an angel, to deliver a dream unto you or a vision, or sometimes your dreams could be inspired by your carnality. Like you might be thinking about something so much that the next morning you would dream. That night you would dream about it. And there's even a study that food could alter your dreams. Like if you eat a lot of greasy food or you eat bad food, it could mess with your dreams or how you dream. Because your body and your spirit is all aligned in one. Whatever affects your body, it can affect your spirit. That's like some people eat a lot of bad food. They always got a bad attitude. They're always mad. They got a lot of mood swings. So because they're not eating the correct foods. That's why Daniel, that's why we call it the Daniel fast. Daniel told the king, he was like, all right, y'all eat y'all meat, and then I'm gonna eat, Lord's food, fruits and vegetables. And he came out looking good. His countenance was glowing, while the heathens were still looking, like pigs. They were still looking terrible, in countenance, in spirit, and in physical health. And also, dreams can be inspired. Dreams can be inspired through the evil one, through Satan. Satan might be trying to tempt you. Like he might come. It might not directly be a dream, but it could be a vision, or it could be an urge to do something bad, or have an impulsive nature, or continue a bad habit that you wanna break. Like whether it's smoking or it could be anything. So that being said, we go to 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11.
Corinthians 2, verse 11. Lest Satan should get an advantage of us, for we are not ignorant of his devices.
Yeah, I'll type the wrong one in, but this is still a good one. I meant to write the one about he come as an angel of light.
Oh.
Yeah, this one I meant to write. Is that 1 Corinthians? Is it 2 and 11? No. That's my fault. I was That's still a good one right there. One of his devices could be, Satan coming through your pineal gland, Yes, 2 Corinthians 11 and 14. I'm so used to going to that scripture right there. It would bring up the MOT.
2 Corinthians 11, verse 14. And no marvel, for Satan himself transformed into the angel of light.
That's right. So something might seem so right unto you, that this is really Satan. He's coming as a disguise to tempt you. He can tempt you in many ways to do something wrong. Like I said, it could be a vision, it could be through a dream, or it could even be through a relative. Or someone that you really trust. Like, they're trying to convince you, oh yeah, you could smoke, it's all right, or you could eat swine, whatever. You might even dream about it. That's Satan coming as angel of light. And we know that, Satan takes orders from the Lord. Because he also tempted Job. But Job, his willpower was so strong that he still served the Lord even through his hardships. He was still enduring as a true soldier. His wife left him. He didn't have any of his sons anymore. He went through a lot, man. But yeah, he still served the Lord.
This is a good scripture. It says, no marvel, for Satan himself transformed into the angel of light. It's like when you see his commercials, like when I was growing up, when I was his age, they used to put your Marlboro cigarettes. They had the Marlboro man with the cowboy smoking a cigarette like it was cool, right? So but we know cigarette is carcinogen, right? It has all different. It has over 400 chemicals that will destroy you, and also it's cancerous, right? It's like how Esau get basketball players to push Sprite commercials, Pepsi commercials, McDonald's commercials. All this is what? Nothing but sugar, and what it does in your body is inflammatory. It causes inflammation in the body, right? This man is a devil that the Bible speak of, man, right? But when you go to the scripture, verse up, for such are false apostles, deceitful workers, transforming themselves into apostles of Mashiach. Now, there's a rumor that T.D. Jakes is sleeping with P. Diddy. They love us.
Yeah.
Right? And he's supposed to be an apostle or a pastor of the people. T.D. Jakes in every P. Diddy party, P. Diddy throws, T.D. Jakes is right there. Right?
I think when you go to his parties too, like certain things, you gotta do something in.
Yeah.
Like initiation.
And then another story, Will Smith, his ex-bodyguard came out and said that, you know, he was, I think the bodyguard was bent over or something.
No, Dwayne Martin was popping on Will Smith.
Oh, okay, so I mixed it up.
You were getting popped.
Yep. And she came out and said, I mean, we already knew that.
Yeah, we already knew.
You know, it wasn't really no news to us, but for those who were asleep, you know, they're like, what the hell, you know? But now that you know the ABC people is so accepted, especially in America, you know, people don't really care. Like it's like, oh, okay, that happened, you know, and that's not how it's supposed to be. That's why the Lord has to destroy this place with thermonuclear fire. Because that news came out like maybe 2 decades ago or a decade ago. You know, Will Smith, his reputation is already messed up because of the whole Jada Smith thing. But you know, 10 years ago, that news came out. Yeah, he would have been thrown under the bus because it wasn't accepted. It was becoming accepted, but it wasn't accepted as it is now. You know, and that's kind of another example with dreams and stuff. Is like, or through visions, is like Satan is getting into these people's pineal gland, man. His influence is so strong in this land that evil is accepted. Evil is called good. You know, and good is called evil nowadays. You know, even disciplining your child. You discipline your child. Like, you know, you might have to discipline your child in public. You know, people throw you under the bus for that. Oh, why you discipline a child? You know, why you using the belt on them? You know, that's abuse. That is considered abuse. The Lord said, "Spirit of rod," right? You spoil the child. Yeah, Slocky, I think you were trying to say something. My bad. We go to 1 Peter 5 and 8. I forgot. That was the first one you bring out.
First Peter 5 and 8. It said, be sober, be vigilant, because your adversary, the devil, as a roaring lion, walketh about, seeking who he may devour. They say, whom resist steadfast in the faith, knowing that the same affliction are accomplished in your brethren that are in the world.
Yeah, so Satan is always looking for who he can devour. He's always trying to find you when you're at your weakest. You know, he's going to see if you still believe in Yahweh Shai when you're going through your tribulations. You know, or you know, he might ask the Lord if he can give you a tribulation to see if you're still going to seek the Lord, see if you're still going to pray, see if you're still going to do the works. You know, these probably brothers, you know, that was doing the works, and once stuff started getting hard for them, it was like, you know, forget that. I ain't going to do this no more. You know, this ain't for me. You know, they want the treasures of this world, of this kingdom. That's why the Lord said, love not the world, neither things that are in the world. You know, because the love of the world, it will corrupt you, man. This materialistic world you see right here, this carnality, it will corrupt you. You know, whether it be trying to have, you know, multiple women on this side, or trying to have all the cars, all the money, you know, not seeking the Lord while you're getting your daily bread, that will corrupt you.
Yes,
You know?
this is 1 John 2 verse 15. Love not the world,
Yeah.
neither the things that are in the world. If any man love the world, the love of the Father is not in him.
Yeah. So metaphorically, if you're dreaming every day, you're just, you're dreaming to yourself about, having the best mansion, or what next party you're about to go to, what next club you're gonna hit. That's the love of the world. If you're dreaming about that Christmas dinner you're about to receive, or what Christmas gifts you're gonna get, you're of the world. The Lord will destroy you if you're part of it.
Come on.
You can't be lukewarm too. We was just talking about this before the camera went on. You might have a relative that knows a little bit of the truth. They know that Christmas is wrong, Thanksgiving is wrong, because they've been keeping the tradition for so long that they won't stop doing it. The Christmas tree is still in their house when you go there. They're still making a Christmas dinner or Thanksgiving dinner when the relatives come over. That means you're lukewarm. So the Lord is still going to spew you out. You can't serve God and mammon. You can't be both. Yep.
Colossians 2, verse 7, rooted and built up in him and established in the faith as ye have been taught, abounded therein with thanksgiving. Beware. I ain't talking about the worldly Thanksgiving.
Yeah, they ain't talking about that.
They ain't talking about the massacre of the Reubenites and the Civil Indians. That's not what it's talking about. Right? Giving thanksgiving to Yahweh Shem Yahshua, giving that praise, that glory. Beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit, after the tradition of men, after the rudiment of the world, and not after Mashiach.
That's right. I'm about to look up that word rudiments real quick. Rudiments. It means an undeveloped. Oh, no, that's not it. Yeah, the first principles. Yeah, the principles, pretty much. Yeah. So those principles. What does it say about? What does the line say about rudiments?
It's a tradition of men after the rudiment of the world,
so the principles of this world,
and not after Mashiach.
So what are the principles of this world? So some of the principles of these unholy feast days or these hella days, those are the principles that you're supposed to keep. That's why people look down on you when you don't celebrate Halloween or Christmas. They think what you believe in, you're taking it too seriously. We're supposed to take this too seriously. What was written the 4 times, written for our learning. Yahushua came here, he was celebrating Passover. He was keeping the Passover. He wasn't keeping Thanksgiving or Christmas.
They hit you with that, you don't know what you're missing out on.
Yeah, you don't know what you're missing out on. I know what I'm missing out on. I don't want it. I don't want it. All right? Let's go to Micah chapter 2, verse 1, please.
Micah 2, verse 1.
Yep.
Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it, because it is in the power of their hand.
That's right. So the race of people that Satan works through the most is the Edomites. And when they're at night, they're constantly getting these visions and dreams of how to do evil, or what evil to do. What was the blessing that was given to them? It was a sword, right? So through the evil one, they're able to bring more destruction. That's why that pale horse in Revelation chapter 6, verse 8, we're talking about Edom. Satan works through him. So, Satan might try to influence you through dreams to do something wrong. But with Edom, he's always being influenced to do something wrong, because he is wrong.
Well, let me back you up. This is First Maccabees. First Maccabees 1, verse 10. And there came out of them a wicked root, Antiochus, surnamed Epiphany, son of Antiochus the king, who had been in hostage at Rome, and reigned in the 130 and 70 years of the kingdom of the Greeks.
But it says an evil root there, right?
Yeah, wicked root.
A wicked root. So Antiochus is one of those wicked roots. Just like Alexander the Freeman, as we call him, which is Alexander the Great, he was an evil root. Caligula was an evil root. Nero was an evil root.
Oh, this is what I wanted to bring up.
Yep.
This is First Maccabees 1, verse 9. And after his death, Alexander the Greek, they all put crowns upon themselves. So did the sons after them many years. And evils was multiplied in the earth.
Evil was multiplied when they were reigning. Evil was multiplied. Just like the scripture says, when a wicked rule, the people mourn. The people mourning right now because he's in his rule. And when you like, especially during y'all time, like when y'all were younger, y'all see these movies like Terminator or these movies like Demolition or Total Recall. Like where do they get these ideas from? Because they didn't work through Esau. That's where he gets those ideas from. That's why he was so good in biological warfare, or good in creating an atomic bomb, or good in tactics of how to destroy their enemies. Yeah.
But it all comes from Yahweh Bashem Yahushua at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Because he controls the right, he controls the left. Back on Barnard. Job 33 verse 15. In a dream, in a vision of the night, when deep sleep falleth upon men and slumbering upon the bed, then he opens the ears of men and seals their instruction.
Wow. Woo. Yeah, that's beautiful. That's beautiful right there. There's a study that says, you're sleeping. It wasn't a study, but it was an article I was reading that, when you're sleeping, that's when you're most spiritual right there.
Mm-hmm.
That's why some people, they experience an outer body experience. So like when you're fasting, you might sleep a lot.
I think Paul experienced an outer body experience, right?
Yeah.
Because he went to heaven.
Astral projection.
Let's get that real quick.
Yep. Sometimes you can see your future. Like you might dream something, and then 5-6 months later, something might happen. You be like, oh my God, I had a dream that this is gonna happen. It could be good, it could be evil. Sometimes you might think that you manifested what happened, but no, the Lord was showing you what was gonna happen. You didn't even know it until it happened. That's why Joseph, which we will bring out, Joseph was amazing because he was able to interpret the Pharaoh's dreams. He saved Egypt because he knew that by interpreting that dream, from interpreting the dream, he knew a famine was going to come. That's why that was the Lord showing his power through, his prophet or, through Joseph.
Hold on, yep. I'll do it for you. Let me magnify it to the GMT. Okay. This is 2 Corinthians 12, starting at verse 1. I have to boast, even though it doesn't do any good. So it's not good to boast. Even Paul knows that. Don't boast about what you have. Don't boast of what you're going to do. All right? Stop boasting. Other men could boast about you, but you can't boast about yourself. Right? But I will not talk about visions and revelations given me by the Lord. I know a certain Christian man who 14 years ago was snatched up to the highest heaven. I do not know whether this actually happened or whether he had a vision. Only God knows. I repeat, I know that this man was snatched to paradise. Again, I do not know whether this has actually happened or whether it was a vision. Only God knows. And there he heard things which cannot be put into words, things the human lips may not speak. So I would boast about this man, but I would not boast about myself, except the things that should show how weak I am. All right? But I don't think this is the one.
But your heart, but your lips can't, what you can't say through your lips, you have to be wisdom right there. Some things you can't really say through words.
Let me see. Oh, here we go. So So that GNT breakdown is the translation is not right, right? But this is the NLT. So Lockie, this is the NLT. This is 2 Corinthians 12 verse 1. This boasting will do no good, but I must go on. I will reluctantly tell about the vision and revelation from Yahweh, because in a GNT he was boasting about another person, but Paul actually was up there in the heaven. I was caught up to the third heaven 14 years ago, whether I was in my body or out of my body.
Wow.
I don't know. Only God knows. Yes, only Yahweh knows whether I was, because we were talking about the out-of-body experience, where it was mentioned.
Yeah, you didn't know if he's in or out of his
Yep.
body. Yep. Wow.
Yes, only Yahweh knows whether I was in my body or outside my body. But I do know that I was caught up in the paradise and heard things so astounding that they cannot be expressed in words. There's no human is allowed to tell. That experience is worth boasting about, but I'm not going to do it. I will boast only about my weakness if I want to boast. I would be a fool in doing so, because I would be telling the truth, but I won't do it. All right? Yeah, so that's his experience, man. So he heard things that, oh my God, that he can't utter.
Yeah.
Right? So that's proof that it goes to show you that when you pass away, your spirit goes back to the Most High who gave you. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But Paul was called, because Paul means the mouthpiece of Yahweh. He was called to do the works of Yahweh Shem Yahshua and to bring the Gentiles back into what? Into the commonwealth, according to Ephesians chapter 2. Right? That's why he was traveling in different parts in the Middle East at that time, to bring them back into the commonwealth. And the amazing thing is, that's what's happening now, right? Brothers is waking up all over the world and bringing the lost sheep of the house of Israel into this truth.
Yep. And that's why the Lord said, talks about defiling your temple. The body is called a temple. What do you do in the temple? You dwell in it. Our spirits are just dwelling in these bodies that we're in. That's why when Hasham came back, he said he's going to change our bodies in a twinkling of an eye. You know, so right now we're terrestrial, right? He's going to turn it to celestial.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, so it's amazing how this ministry is, because Jonah was stubborn, he was a knucklehead, right? But he went out there to do the bidding of Yahweh Shem Yahshua. They destroyed it within 40 years. No. It supersedes that, because some did repent, right? But they went back into their follies. They went back into their follies and shit, because there was a lot of killing going on at that time, just like in Baltimore. A lot of killing going on, right? So what happened? The Chaldeans went over there to what? To Tobit. Tobit is right after Jonah. Tobias, right? That's a father, right? Tobias, right? Tobias is what? He was burying his brethren. When you see chapter 1 in Tobit, what he was doing? He was burying his brethren. So that's right after when Nineveh went down. Nineveh.
Yeah, because Bob's not chronological order.
So Tobit is right after Jonah.
Yeah.
No, because the Bible is not really in sequence. It's not really sequence. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like the book of Isaiah actually takes place during the book of Kings.
Wow.
And Chronicles.
Yep.
That took place when the same time as Isaiah was a prophet, he was in the high. So you go to Isaiah 1, it says, during the days of reign of King such and such,
Yeah.
King such and such. So there you go.
You got the two and two together. Or Baruch is actually in Jeremiah.
Yes.
That's why you can't neglect the Apocrypha. The Apocrypha comes right in the middle.
Yeah, don't tell it to the 7-day Adventists, though.
Yeah, you can't tell that to them.
Which is witchcraft.
I mean, even the Roman Catholics know. I think the Roman Catholics has the 6 and 11 in their church. You know, they know the Apocrypha should be in there. You know, why would you take that out? That's good information right there.
Let me bring out this account. verse 3. My father, so what tribe was he from? Naphtali. Okay? Naphtali, my father fell from the house of Jerusalem, which was chosen out of all the tribes of Israel, that all the tribes should sacrifice there, where the temple of the habitations of the Most High was consecrated and built for all ages. All right, so I'm going to fast forward. All right, verse 9. It said, furthermore, when I was come to the age of a man, I married Anna of my own kindred, and her I begat Tobias, right? And when we were carried away captive, there we go, to Nineveh, all my brethren and those that were and those that were of my kindred did eat the bread of the Gentiles, right? So what? So we was under captivity under what? The Assyrians in Nineveh, right? But our people was going off. They was doing wickedly, right? Yep. The Assyrians were slaughtering us left and right, right? Yep. So I want to get to the part to the burying. Yep. Let me get to the part. It said, I'm going to jump to 17, and my clothes to the naked, and if I saw any of my nations dead or cast about the wall of Nineveh, I buried him.
Right. It's right there. That's why Yahushua said he came in the volume of the book. I think that's Psalms 47. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That's right. He comes in the volume. So that's why you can't neglect any of the books. He's Yahushua's and all of them. You know, that's all of his words. It said every word of the Lord is pure, according to Proverbs 30 and 5. So you can't. That's why I said you bring out a treasure, things old and new. You can't believe in Genesis and then neglect Revelation. Oh, what Genesis says makes sense, but I don't. Or whatever Revelation says, that's not true. You can't do that. If you don't believe in Revelation, you don't believe in the entire Bible. It's the same thing with the commandments. Like if you don't try to at least keep. If there's one commandment that you're neglecting, you think that commandment doesn't make sense. You're neglecting all the commandments. That gives you the free will to do so. You know, you're not bonding yourself to it. Can we go to Song of Solomon 5 verse 2?
Song of Solomon 5 verse 2?
Yeah.
Song of Solomon 5 verse 2. I sleep, but my heart waketh. It is the voice of my beloved that knocketh, saying, open to me, my sister, my love, my dove, my undefiled. For my head is filled with dew, and my locks with the drops of the night. I have put off my coat. How should I put it on? I was washed my feet. How should I defile them? My beloved put in his hand by the hole of the door, and my bowels were moved for him.
No, that's it. The point I was trying to bring out is he said he sleep, but his heart is awake. That a lot of times the heart is also talking about the mind. So sometimes when you're sleeping, your spirit is still awake. That's why you might be aware. Like when someone's like someone might be standing over you or looking at you while you're sleeping, and you might just wake up and realize that someone was looking at you. But when you wake up later on, you know you still remember that presence that you was feeling. So or like when you're fasting, when you're fasting, you take a nap, your dreams are more vivid.
Oh, your senses is more high.
It's more high.
Yeah. Your senses is more high.
Yeah. Your spirit is taking over the body. You know, that's why fasting, is a good thing to do. You want to be in more in tune with the Most High. You be more spiritual.
I know it's fictitious, but Spider-Man is fictitious.
Oh yeah,
it's all made up, right? But anyway,
Yeah.
It's just like he know when a bust or he know when a weapon's is thrown at him.
Yeah.
His senses is so high,
Yeah.
you know, that he's able to dodge that, you know,
Yeah.
that assault,
Danger. Yep.
that danger, right? That's how you is when you fasting. When you fasting, man, your senses is so high, like daredevil. Right? He can hear. You can hear a fucking roach, fucking another roach. That's how high your senses is. Like,
Yeah, he can though. He can.
I'm just giving, I'm exaggerating, but you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he can feel the ear shift.
Yeah, like if there's like a van miles away, he can tell somebody has a gun in the van.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, he can feel someone's heart rate, whether they're scared, they're anxious. You know, and honestly, he sees more, even though he's kind of blind, he actually sees more than a regular person does. He said he told his friend he could smell, he knows what they ate a week ago.
Yeah.
He can smell like what they ate they had a week ago.
Yeah.
They gotta watch it.
They in the public.
It's a good series right there.
I'm better to fart around this motherfucker.
Can't get away.
The sense.
Yeah.
The other one in heightened.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's how my
You use your
grandfather
left hand, your right hand will get stronger. So a lot of the time, well, sometimes the Lord gave the Edens, he gave them dreams. And he gave them the dreams of foreshadowing that of their empire coming to an end. So we go to Daniel chapter 2, verse 27 to 29.
Yeah. Chapter 2.
Yeah, 27 to 29.
Daniel chapter 2, 27 to 29. Daniel answered in the presence of the king and said, the secret which the king has demanded cannot the wise men, the astrologers, the magicians, the soothsayers show unto the king.
He was telling the king that all the wise men that you think you have, he said they can't interpret your dream. You know, he's saying they don't have that wisdom knowledge. Most likely, you know, these astrologers, magicians, they was all about carnality. You know, and they were probably heathens as well. So they didn't have that connection with the Most High to interpret the dream that was given to Nebuchadnezzar.
And the funny thing is, like, sometimes my lady, right? My lady have dreams.
Yeah.
She had them real heavy in Trinidad, and she rehearsed the dream to me.
Yeah.
And I tell her, she come with, you know, she comes with what she thinks of.
Hypothesis.
And I said, nah, this is what it means. You know what I'm saying? So not everybody can interpret dreams.
Yeah.
You know, or we just come together and say, you know, then we'll break down that dream or what that dream is.
That's right. Yeah, sometimes you might dream a number too. Like numbers are powerful. You know, if you dream the number 7, you know.
And the funny thing is, most of our dreams come to fruition.
Yeah.
You know? This is Joel chapter 3. Sorry, this is Joel chapter 2. It said 27. And ye should know that I am in the midst of Israel, Yeshurallah, and that I am Yahweh your power, and none else. And my people shall never be ashamed. It shall come to pass afterward that I will pour out my spirit upon all flesh, and your sons and your daughters shall prophesy, your old men shall dream of dreams, your young men shall see visions, and also upon the servants and upon the handmaids in those days will I pour out my spirit.
Yeah, and I actually had that in the lineup, but I had it in Acts 2:17. So another example that the Old Testament, the New Testament quotes off the Old Testament. That's good scripture because that's what you were saying about, you know, how, you know, Alma would get, you know, a dream. Your wife might get a dream or a vision, and then you might be able to interpret it.
Yeah, I had a girl in my car telling me she seen the destruction of America.
Yeah.
You know, she was in my back seat. I said, it's coming to fruition, sis.
I still remember a dream I had when
She's
I was
not
like,
even in the truth.
Yeah, I remember I had a dream I had when I was like 8 or 9. That's when we was still preaching in Sawa. But I had a dream about big worms, like destroying buildings.
I remember that.
Yeah, those huge,
Yeah, I remember that
huge
dream.
worms, man. And what does worms do? Like maggots. Maggots, even though they're disgusting and I can't stand them, but they're scavengers. They cleanse. They get rid of the dead flesh.
They decompose.
Yeah, they decompose. And that's what these missiles are gonna do. These missiles are gonna be the worms that's gonna wipe this land away, man.
And sometimes dreams you know, it happened in a week, or it happened in a month, or a year, or dreams that happen within years. Sometimes dreams don't happen overnight.
Yeah. Yeah. That's
Right?
Yeah, sometimes this happens to me like 1 or 2 times. Like I would dream and then like a week or 2 weeks later I have a continuation to the dream I had a week or 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it would continue in my head. And I was like, I dreamed this before. Like, you know, like it was another segment to it.
To be continued.
To be continued.
I got Netflix series.
Yeah. Next time on the Dream of Bed. Yep. I want to get if you got something after what you read. I want to get back to that Daniel.
We're on dreams, right?
Yeah.
Sirach, the hope of men void of understanding are vain and false, and dreams lift up fools, whose regard dreams is like him that catches at a shadow and follow after the wind. Right? So the shadow means the image or cast of ground or some surface by body intercepting the light. Right? So yeah, because you could be a fool, right? They say dreams lift up fools. You might have a dream that might come from the left that you hit the lottery next week. You know, you call your supervisor, yo, fuck this job, I'm out, fuck this, I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
You're running your fucking credit card and shit. They had a scene like that on Marty Lawrence.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he did actually hit the lottery.
Wow.
But it was hundreds of people that won the lottery too.
Oh, so he got like $20.
So that motherfucker got like $100 and shit.
He was like the
And he put this on credit, he put this on credit. He got jet skis in his little apartment and shit. Yeah, so the dreams can lift up fools, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Shouldn't you wait till you get the money first before you quit?
And it could be Satan giving you that dream too.
Yes. And he told Stan, because Stan was his boss. He was like a broadcaster. He worked on the radio. He said, "Man, Stan, I quit." You know what I'm saying? So when he found out he didn't win all that money, he went back to Stan for his job.
Yeah. That's a lot of credit right there.
like the bougie on that episode.
So dreams what? Lift up fools, right?
Yeah.
The vision of dreams is the resemblance of one thing to another, even as the likeness of face to face. Of an unclean thing, what can be cleansed? Yeah, out of unclean thing, what can be cleansed? You know, they got some Jewish rat, a small Jewish rat community that they eat pork. That says kosher pork. Get the fuck out of here. You can't make a pig kosher. There's no possibly way. It's designed to eat, trash on earth. That's what it's designed to do. You can't make shrimp, lobster kosher.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
No matter what you do.
No matter what the fuck
The
you
Lord
do.
doesn't want us around the swine's carcass.
Yeah.
You know.
It's designed to be unclean, right? And from the thing which is false, what truth can come? Divinations and soothsayings and dreams are vain, and the heart fancieth as a woman heart in travail. If they be not sent from the Most High in thy visitation, set not thy heart upon them. For dreams have deceived many, and they have failed that put their trust in them.
That's right. Yeah, we'll go back to Daniel 2:28. And sometimes people that overthink, some people that overthink it, you know, sometimes, you know, it's not good to overthink. Sometimes you really see things before it happens. You know, and when it happens, you're like, damn, now I already knew this was going to happen, man. I already knew it was going to happen. You know? So, or, you know, sometimes, like, when something bad happens, you had a dream about it, and when it does come true, like, man, that dream was true. You know, you was hoping it wouldn't be, you know? Or you might see a loved one, before they pass in that dream. You know? Or, like, there's, like, some people, like, when their loved one passed away, you know, this could be because they missed them, but sometimes they'll see their loved one in a dream, and they'll have closure from that dream. Like, the loved one might, you know, say something to them, you know? It kind of showed and inspired man when he saw Uncle Ben, like Uncle Ben was reaching out to him.
Yeah, that's like that would be considered a strange apparition.
Yeah.
Because you're thinking about that your loved one
Yeah.
so hard.
Yeah.
Demon jumped in your pineal gland,
See
and
them.
all of a sudden You see a loved one in your fucking room.
Yeah.
That was a strange apparition.
Yeah.
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 Demons just overtook it. Overtook your penal gland.
Yep.
Right? So, Daniel 2, verse 28.
Yeah, you can stop that right there.
But there is a God in heaven that reveals secrets and make known to the king Nebuchadnezzar what shall be in the latter days. Thy dreams and the visions of thy head upon thy bed are these. As for thee, O king, thy thoughts came into thy mind upon thy bed. What should come to pass hereafter? And he that reveals secrets make known to thee what shall come to pass.
Yeah, so before you read verse 30, the Bible is very good at foreshadowing. Like I said, it happened during Joseph's time as well, when he was able, when that dream was given to Pharaoh about the famine that was coming to Egypt. You know, so there's a lot of foreshadowing. Also, this wasn't a heathen, but John the Revelator. You know, these visions were given unto him of the future. Or Ezra and Esdras, right? Say first, second Esdras. You know, he was seeing what would happen. That's why second Esdras chapter 15 and 16 are some beautiful chapters. It literally says everything that's going to happen to Egypt. You know, it talks about how, you know, you go from city to city. You know, there's going to be neighbor against neighbor, sedition amongst men. That's talking about the riots. It's going to be chaos in America before those news hit.
And that's why Marvel's movies are so popular, because they always foreshadow of what's going to come next.
Yeah.
Right? Like,
Yeah,
you know, with a Marvel movie, I'm telling you, I'm going to tell you one thing, man. When that credits is going up, motherfuckers ain't leaving.
Yeah, they know, yeah.
Motherfuckers ain't leaving because they want to see what's going to foreshadow what's going to come next.
Yeah.
That's like foreshadowing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Marvel's they're the only one that does that.
Yeah, or if they're not the only ones now, they're definitely ones that really started.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She does that too?
Yeah.
Or they copy off of Marvel?
From time to time.
Yeah. Marvel was the first to really be good at it, to do it. And I guess when DC saw the success, they started doing it as well.
30, right, boy?
Yeah.
But as for me, this secret is not revealed to me for any wisdom, that I have more than any living, but for their sakes, that shall make known the interpretation to the king, and that thou mightest know the thoughts of thy hearts.
Right. And in the next verses,
It said, thou, O king, sawest, and behold, a great image. This great image was brightness, was excellent, stood before, and the form thereof was terrible. So this is where he went into the dream,
yeah,
right?
yeah, that's when he's going into.
So I guess Daniel later on he's going to break it down.
Yeah,
right?
Broke it down.
Because the soothsayers and astrologers couldn't break it down.
Yeah.
Because why? The Most High wasn't dealing with them.
That's right.
And first of all, it was heathens, by the way.
Yeah.
Right?
Speaking of Most High not dealing with you,
No, but see, even Pharaoh had a dream about what? About the 10 healthy cows
yeah, that's what I was talking about. Yeah.
and the seven skinny cows, right?
Yeah.
That motherfucker ain't had no understanding. He was a fucking heathen.
He's like, what's this?
So who had to break it down?
Yeah.
Joseph had to break it down.
That's right. And speaking of the Lord not dealing with you, so which is why you're probably not getting dreams, let's go to 1 Samuel 28 and 15.
First Samuel what?
1 Samuel 28 and 15.
Take the camera. First Samuel 28 verse 15. Right up.
Yeah.
It says, and Samuel said to Saul, why hast thou disquieted me to bring me up? And Saul answered, I am so distressed, for the Philistines make war against me, and Yahweh is departed from me, and answer me no more, neither by prophets nor by dreams. Therefore I have called thee, that thou mayest make known unto me what I shall do.
That's good. Yeah, so, you know, the Lord wasn't doing so anymore.
Dreams is like a video call in your spirit.
Yeah.
How was shit y'all shot?
Yeah, FaceTime.
Yeah, like that.
FaceTime. Yeah.
Yeah, because some dreams that you remember vividly.
Yeah.
Like, like a dream that you have at the worm. You remember that to this very day.
Yeah.
Vividly.
It stood out.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I think this is probably the evil one, but like, I don't know, with sleep paralysis, when I was younger, like, I don't think it was a dream. It was more like a vision of like this dark figure, like that would be standing over me. But like, it would be like this evil appearance though. It used to be reoccurring. I used to get it all the time. And when I got older, I didn't get it no more. You know, it could be fear. You know, it could be anything. But anyways, it said he no longer is answering either by prophets or by dreams. Saul wasn't getting no dreams anymore. The Lord, that link between the Lord and Saul, it was cut off. Because Saul rebelled against the Most High. He was supposed to destroy Amalekites. He was supposed to destroy the cattle. You know, he was supposed to destroy their sheep. Anything they had, they was supposed to take. Because everything was an abomination in the sight of the Lord. But instead, he kept some things for himself. He killed the Amalekite. He killed the king. But he didn't follow that order straight through. When the Lord gives you an order, you can't follow part of the order and neglect the other part of it. You got to follow it straight through. You know, that's what keeps the military together is ranking. You know, there's a rank of how things are done. If you get an order, I don't really know how it works because I'm not in it, but you know, if sergeant gets an order, that soldier got to follow through. If he can't say no, I'm not going to do this. At that point, it's pretty much treason. You know, so Saul, he pretty much committed treason, and a direct link to get those images from the Lord, it was cut off. You know, so he wasn't getting no visions anymore. And this is the word dream with the etymology. It means sequence of sensations or images passing through the mind of a sleeping person. You know, that's straightforward. Yeah. Unless you ask. I know we'll probably get into our time later. Go to Ecclesiastes 5 and 7.
Ecclesiastes 5 and 7. For in the multitude of dreams and many words, there are also divers of vanity, but fear Yahweh.
That was
Ecclesiastes 5 7.
I guess it's a different interpretation. It says, much dreaming and many words are meaningless, therefore fear the Lord. So when I say much dreaming and many words are meaningless, that doesn't just mean the dreams you get when you sleep, but sometimes you might be dreaming while sleeping so much, like daydreaming. You know, so dreaming not only means the actual dreams you get, but like for instance, your dream is you know, in a worldly term, your dream is to be a doctor. You know, or your dream is to, you know, I don't know, go to the moon, be an astronaut. You know, or your dream is to have 5 houses, you know, be rich. You know, all that dreaming is meaningless, man.
Yeah.
If you're dreaming, you asking the Lord amiss. That's why the Lord said, don't ask amiss. Oh, Lord, I want that Charger. I want that Hellcat. I want that Dodge Charger. The Lord ain't giving you that, man.
That's what Biggie said. It was all a dream.
That's why, I was gonna say. That was funny. Oh yeah, that's a Solomon. Solomon didn't ask the Lord for riches. You know, and the Lord came to him unto a vision. You know, he was like, because you asked me of knowledge and understanding, I will also give you of the riches. So your heart has to be in the right place before the Lord blesses you with all the carnality. You know, that's why, you know, some brothers get blessed like that, you know, because they're so right with the Lord that they have, you know, a good paying job. They have a good, nice house. But what's important is that they give back. They give back into the ministry or give back to those who are in need.
Also, you got visions. You got a vision from the Most High, and you can be wide awake.
Yeah.
But it's a vision of the Most High, which he's talking to you through a vision. Like sometimes when I be showering, he be talking to me through a vision, right?
It's like that water. That's why, like, a lot of monks, they meditate by waterfalls. That water is like a direct, it helps that link right there.
This is Numbers 24, verse, I start at 3. And he took up up his parable and said, Balaam, the son of Beor, has said, and the man whose eyes are open has said, he has said, which heard the words of Yahweh, which saw the vision of the mighty, falling into a trance, but having his eyes open.
Wow, so he's in a trance.
Fall in the
eyes
trance.
open. Yeah, like, yeah, I think scientifically you could be asleep while your eyes are open. I don't know how, but like, or you could pass away while the eyes are open. The Lord can talk to you while you're still awake. That's why sometimes you might just like get a random feeling that you really have to do something. You have to do something good. Or someone who's big might be like, I gotta work out. They just might have an instant change just like that. That's the Lord got through to them. And they listen to it. That's why you might have, that's why the like in cartoons and movies, they have the good and the bad, good on one shoulder, the bad on one shoulder. And that good is that Lord trying to speak to you through his angels, trying to get you to do the right thing. And you gotta neglect what the evil is telling you to do. And that's like you might want to skip a workout, like, I ain't gonna work out. And it just keeps every day. I ain't gonna work out. I'll do it tomorrow.
Speaking of working out, your body is a big giant organism, a big organ which talks to you.
That's true.
Like when you feel like you're extra fatigued, your body will tell you, take a break. Take a break. If you take a break in 1 or 2 days, you will feel rejuvenated again. So you got to listen to your body. It's like pimples. Pimples is what? Pimples is inflammation in your face. What pimples is telling you that, guess what? You consuming too much cholesterol. You got too much cholesterol. You eating too much sugary and I should say ultra processed food. There's a difference between processed food and ultra processed food, right? Processed food, when you're preparing the eggs, you put the onions, you fix the oil and all that. That's processed food. So there's a process to fix those scrambled eggs. Now, ultra processed food is where they add all types of bullshit ass chemicals in those damn chips, in those damn Doritos, all those fucking snacks,
crispy chicken sandwich.
all those snacks you fucking what's that? Drooling off in your fucking vending machine. Guess what? Those are ultra processed food because it has over 5 or 7 ingredients just to make that bullshit ass snack.
Yeah, that honey bun you scarfing down every time you go to work.
Yeah.
And this feels like this trending meme on TikTok and Instagram about microwaving a honey bun. You microwave a honey bun for about a minute or 2 minutes, it becomes like napalm. Microwave a honey bun and throw it at somebody. They was actually doing that in prison.
Yeah.
They was doing that in prison where they was microwaving honey buns and they was using that as weapons.
Yeah,
seriously, I mean, what kind of chemicals are they put in the honey bun for it to be like it was a trending thing on TikTok.
It come out hard, right?
Yeah, it comes out really hot. Like,
And that's what people put in their body.
yeah, it comes out really hot.
Shit, boil a liter of Coca-Cola. You saw that,
Yes.
right? It
Yeah.
come out like talk.
Oh, Doritos.
Boil a liter of Coca-Cola, it come out like talk.
Yeah.
There was this guy, my guy at work, he said he saw a video where this guy took one Dorito, right? He had like a pile of Doritos, he put one Dorito on fryer, and he put it under the other Doritos, they all catch fire, they were all flammable. Why are these Doritos flammable? There has to be some chemicals in it, man.
See, so you're the devil that the Bible speak of, man. You're the damn devil. That's it.
Yeah, that's why I bring up Michael 2-1, man. They dream this stuff and they put it to fruition.
Mm-hmm. Now, saw a video that Bill Gates bought Bragg's vinegar.
Oh, no.
Now, there's no more natural ingredients.
Yeah.
There's additive ingredients in Bragg's vinegar.
Yeah.
And guess what? We have to go with another company.
You can't have nothing.
You can't have nothing. Bill Gates, you need to drop dead, dude. You and Melinda need to drop dead.
Damn.
God, you're wicked.
Bill Gates,
You're doing your job, though.
Yeah.
Because Yahweh Shem Yahshua said, the deceived and the deceivers are his.
Yeah. That's right.
Let me ready.
Yeah, this we got maybe 2 more. Jeremiah 23 and 32, please.
Jeremiah 23.
Jeremiah 23 and 32. This is the one about Martin Luther King.
Oh,
I don't know if GT is going to translate it.
Jeremiah 23, right, boy?
Yeah, verse 32.
23, verse 32.
I know what I'm going to end off with.
Okay. This is Jeremiah 22, 23, sorry. Verse 32. It says, 33, right?
Jeremiah 23, verse 32.
Listen to what I, Yahweh, say. I am against the prophets who tell their dreams that are full of lies. They tell their dreams and lead my people astray with their lies, and they boasted. I did not send them or order them to go, and they are of no help at all to the people. I, Yahweh, have spoken. Yahweh said to me, Jeremiah, when one... I went to the point, right?
Yeah, you ready right there.
Okay.
I think there was a scripture we said I had a dream. I think I probably got the wrong one.
I thought that was verse 1.
Verse 1?
Jeremiah.
Or verse 25. Yeah. What does 25 say in the GT? Jeremiah 23 and 25.
I start at 23. I am Yahweh, who is everywhere, and not in one place only. Power.
Everywhere. So, and no matter what you do, the Lord still sees you.
Yeah. No one can hide where I cannot see them. Do you not know that I'm everywhere in heaven and on earth?
Wait, what verse of that?
I'm playing with you.
What verse did I tell you to read? Did I say 30 or 20?
Not 25.
Oh, okay.
The
All
punch
right,
is
all right.
coming.
No, I thought I brought out the wrong one. So
Yeah. Playing with you. I know what those I know what those
I don't know what the joke was.
You understand, right?
Yeah, I got it. I heard it.
I know what those prophets have said who speak lies in my name and claim that I have given them my message in their dreams.
There you go.
How much longer will those prophets mislead my people with the lies they have invented? They think that the dreams they tell will make my people forget me.
Wow.
Just as their ancestors forgot and turned to Baal. The prophets who has a dream should say, it is only a dream.
Only the dream.
The
Yeah.
prophet who has had a dream should say, it's only a dream. But the prophet who has heard my message should proclaim the message faithfully.
There you go. Yeah, so but that's crazy though. That was thousands of years ago. Thousands of years before Martin Luther King was
It's amazing.
was born, man. And it foreshadowed Martin Luther King. I mean, I don't know if he
Foreshadow.
you know, I doubt that he read that scripture and that's where he, based his speech on, man. Like, he said he had a dream and his dream was to integrate, us with the heathens. But in Deuteronomy 32 and 8, it says this is division. The Lord created division among the nations. We're supposed to be separate.
And those prophets are telling lies.
They're telling lies.
We're not supposed to be together with these heathens.
Yep. Yeah, these pastors are probably using that line too about these dreams they're having. I had a dream that everyone here will put $100 in the collection plate. Yeah.
It's only a dream.
Oh,
And that's full of lies.
Yep.
Because you can tell when a dream is true. Like if you hear somebody telling a dream, I see America get destroyed. Oh, I see them passing the MOTB,
Yeah.
and they correlate to the scriptures.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's from the Most High.
Yeah. Last one I want to we can end it off with is Genesis 28, verse 12 to 14. That's the last one.
You make them richer. You make them richer.
Yeah. The rich get richer.
Well, they're in their big house counting their money like Scrooge McDuck.
Yeah. I saw some when I was that chance. I saw some big houses, man. I'm like, damn.
Right then, they got big house in India. Those people got big houses. They look comfortable there.
Yeah.
Because companies like that.
It's true.
And send their money right back home. These take the money from these niggas and sell them bullshit ass food. Genesis 28 what?
Verse 12 to
12
14.
through 14. And he dreamed, behold, a ladder set up on the earth, and the top of it reached to heaven. And behold, the angels of Yahweh ascended and descended
Yeah, so
on it.
in his dream, he was able to see, I guess, a spiritual realm.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that had to be a beautiful sight to see.
Man.
You know, that's Jacob's ladder right there. I think that's a movie called Jacob's Ladder, right?
Yes.
Yeah. But that was totally different, but still. Yeah.
And behold, Yahweh stood above it and said, I am Yahweh, your power of Abraham thy father, the power of Isaac, the land whereon thou liest, to thee will I give it, and to thy seed. And thy seed shall be as the dust of the earth. Thou shalt spread abroad to the west and to the east, and to the north and to the south. And that reminds me of that skit. Said unto the east, back to the west, back to somebody. All right, let's stop playing around. And in thee, and in thy seed, shall all the families of the earth be blessed.
That's a beautiful dream, you know, the Lord gave it to Jacob about how we're going to be abundant as the sand of the sea. You know, the Lord gave us that covenant. He blessed us. You know, he also gave Abraham that dream as well. You know, our forefathers. So that's the lesson today. You know, inspired off dreams and visions. And I hope y'all was able to learn something and break bread with us.
Ka, Allah, Yahweh, Hashem, Yahushua, Hashem, Rakak, Kodash. That's America, that's Esau, that's the 2/3 in the heathens. Cut!